The app WisprFlow.ai is the best AI tool that I have ever used, the most productive, time-saving, powerful AI tool that I have ever used outside of ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, etc. Those chatbots. WisprFlow is the thing that you need if you're a business owner and you want to skyrocket your productivity. And what it is it's a voice-to-text AI that turns speech into clear, polished writing across all your apps. And so it just sits at the bottom. You can see here, this is the WisprFlow. That's the WisprFlow app, and it just sits there and exists. And every time I go into a different app and I want to write something, I push a button, I dictate with my voice, and then the AI picks up on it, removes errors, adds context, and does all this other crazy stuff. And so I have been bombarded recently with affiliate emails saying, congratulations, Jordan, you have just got a new a free month because so-and-so just joined. And so obviously you guys love it, but I have never made a full standalone video about it. So today what I want to talk about are the three main benefits that I have noticed and the ways that I use it, and then one drawback which you may not have known about, and then show you just how I use it specifically with AI because it's by far the most powerful use case I found, and then just give you a couple of other small use cases, how I do certain things day to day with WisprFlow. And if you get some value from it, fantastic. There's an affiliate link down below. Go and get yourself a free, you can start for free, I believe, and then once you reach a certain level, if you want to pay for it, I get a kickback, you get a kickback. They have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal at the moment. I haven't even checked this out, but what? Cheap keyboards? Oh, it's like a joke. Okay. Okay, that's clever. Anyway, so let me dive into the review real quick. So you've seen here, I've put the main benefit is speaking naturally, which creates far better AI prompts. And so I find that if I am typing into ChatGPT and I'm typing slowly and I say stuff like, give me a full overview of my business and help me recreate an offer, look how long that took me to write. And I'm not I'm not an old man typing away, and I can't, touch type like a programmer or something, but I find that I self-edit because there are words that I would say that are a better fit, but it would take me twice as long, and it would mean that I would spend 25 minutes writing one single prompt, which is incredibly frustrating. And if I use my voice, here is something that is a bit of a pro tip. Usually, you just give me a comprehensive overhaul of my offer for my business, include a money model, ICP targeting, and plan for 2026. Make sure that it's written in the style of Alex Hormozy as a brutal business advisor, and ensure that it isn't overwhelming, but you give me actionable steps laid out in a 90-day plan, and you give me only the things that I need to know without any fluff. Try and keep it concise and tailored specifically to my needs and my business. And so what you can do, instead of holding it down, look at this. So this would have taken me 10 minutes to write out, potentially. 7-8 minutes to write out. I did this in 40 seconds, 30 seconds, and it was just a stream of consciousness that came backwards and forwards. And okay, let me press enter and show you what it looks like. Obviously, you know how ChatGPT works. Blah, 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 blah. But what you can do now is double tap this. And you can see that it persists even though it's completely hands-free. So imagine being able to create and interact with AI in a completely hands-free way, using your voice, which is so natural, and then without having to self-edit yourself and just have a flow of consciousness conversation with AI, which is how I believe the connection with AI should have always been and will be. And then I press it again, and all of a sudden I have this copy. So it's pretty darn powerful. And that's like the main thing that I use it for, is prompting AI in this way, where I will literally, you can record a 6-minute dictation. And sometimes I got these like gigantic mega prompts because all I've done is just gone double tap the hotkey, which, by the way, you can come in here and you can see. So like, look, I have done almost 500,000 words at 100 words per minute. And then you can see that these are all of the prompts that are not the prompts, but these are all of the dictations that I have added. If I come to settings, you can see that the hotkey is selected and is control on my keyboard, on the left side of my keyboard. A shout out to Charlie Morgan, who suggested this keyboard, which is the, what is it? The RK Royal Kludge M. Oh, here we go. RKS98 by Royal Kludge, if you care. But anyway, Charlie Morgan said it was the best thing he's ever used to boost his productivity. So here you go. It is a very good keyboard. Anyway, you can change this. So I've set it to control. And then hands-free mode, I don't know exactly what this is. All I know is that if I double tap the hotkey, it stays open. Press to start and stop dictation. Okay. And then it auto-detects 99 different languages. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here, which I'm not going to get into. And then you can come in here and you can see like 22,500 months of Pro have been applied to my account, with 27 people joining, which is... So they sign up and get a free month of Pro, and then I also get a free month of Pro when they dictate 2,000 words. So, yeah, it's a win-win. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this link down below, and if you want to use it, go for it. You can get... I think you can start completely for free, and if you want to use the Pro, come back and use this code. Or not, you know. I paid for the whole year. It's like $100 and something. It's by far the best money I've spent on an AI tool. So I have no problem. I just want to share it with you guys. The second thing that is really powerful is context awareness and autocorrect that feels magical. So it's not like all I do is just dictate the words and all of a sudden their output. It uses AI on the back end to go through and clean everything up. So for example, I have a client which is called Cloned AI, and you can see it's spelt with a K. And so usually when I say cloned inside of ChatGPT and I'm recording my voice, or I'm using 11 Labs, or I'm using cloned itself, it'll pick out cloned and it'll spell it like this. Right? Or if I say, my name is Jordan with an E, which it's not, and I'm typing that in, it's a real pain in the butt if I need to say a word and then the app doesn't understand me. And so if I have these two things on the screen, it learns that I am Jordan spelled with an E, which is... Okay, maybe this is a bad example. Let's say... Hannah, for example, is spelled like this, but mostly it's spelled like this. So if I say... I'm creating a marketing campaign written by Hannah Smith for Cloned AI, in which I'm going to make sure we grow the business. Scale the business to $1 million per month. Okay, it didn't pick up on Hannah for some reason. And then what it did was, okay, maybe I'm asking too much of it. What I find is that you can say, okay, I was doing it too slow. Let me try again. I'm putting a marketing campaign together written by Hannah Smith for Cloned AI, in which we create a 12-month, I mean a 6-month growth plan, which takes us from $0 to $1 million per month. So, okay, it still hasn't picked up on Hannah Smith, but maybe that's because the very first time I've ever used that name, where I've used this name hundreds of times. And so, a lot of the time you'll find it actually reads the screen and the text. In this case, it didn't work 100%, but it is what it is. But you can see that it picked up on Cloned AI. And I wonder if I... No, it's not going to work either. In which we create a 6-month growth plan. And so I said initially 12-month, actually 6-month. And because I said it in a way that was more natural, it understood that it was a mistake and then removed that from the dictation. And so a lot of the times it kind of feels like this autocorrect and this context awareness feels like magic. And this is going to tie into the thing that I think is a massive downside of this app and something you should be aware of before you purchase it and use it and install it. For me, it's something that was... I still use the app even though I know it, because it's just so much more power. It's so much more than anything else that I've ever used. And then finally, the way that I would use it is with emails. Like, imagine how many emails you go through, whereas now I can go and I can say stuff like, "Hey John, please find the attached growth plan for your B2B SaaS business. I have also included my rates, which are $3,000 a month for the first 90 days, in which you have a guarantee where I will guarantee to generate $100,000 a pipeline, or we work for free until we do. So if that sounds interesting, then please let me know which option you would prefer, the monthly or the pay in full, and we can go from there. I'll see you on Tuesday for the onboarding call. Thanks so much, Jordan." Look at that. Tell me how you would be able to write that out. In what? 30 seconds I did that? And you may even find that what it's done is it's added in all this stuff. It's added in all the correct punctuation. And I stuttered on one of the sentences and it cleaned it up. And sometimes even it will improve my English. Like if I say something that is grammatically incorrect. P.S. You will see the growth plan attached is to the email here, so you cannot miss it. Okay, thanks. You'll see the growth plan attached to the email. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how to speak bad English, so, but I have noticed it corrects my grammar sometimes where I say things that are a bit silly. So, and then finally, the last way that I use it is would be replying to messages from you guys. I'll attach this inside of the classroom. Thanks, Aziz, for watching the videos. Really appreciate you. If you want the mirror board, it'll be in the classroom. So here you can see that it had context awareness. And it picked up on his name. And just like how quickly it is here. Let me see if I can find somebody with a really strange name here. That would be... Okay, so... awesome to have you in the group, Paraskevi. So, like, I don't need to, all I need to do is sound it out, and then there's context awareness. Like, it's so powerful, it's just ridiculous. And you just see how quickly I was able to send emails, reply to messages. Like, it's a complete game changer. And I just push a button. And then, finally, the last thing that I would say is that when you go through the process and you install this app, you need to go through and basically give it like permission to screen record, permission to record your voice, permission to access your computer, permission to like access your keystrokes, permission to do crazy stuff. Basically, you just need to give it your whole access to everything inside of your computer and your firstborn. And the first time I installed it, I went through this and I'm like, there's no way I'm giving some random app the ability to do all this crazy stuff. And then somebody kept talking about WisprFlow to me, and I was like, you know what? I think the upside in productivity is higher than the downside in potential security risk. And, you know, I just made the compromise, and I haven't looked back since. But it should be something that you'd be aware of when you go through the terms and conditions. They are pretty outrageous. Like, you need to give them everything, all right? So, look, that is kind of the full top to tail, soup to nuts, as Hormozy would say. It saves me countless hours per week. I don't know, so many hours per week. It unlocks higher AI outputs, which to me is unbelievably valuable. And if you use ChatGPT and Claude daily, the ROI is immediate. And so I have an affiliate link that you can get down below. Well, you get a benefit, I get a benefit, and hopefully you enjoy the app just as much as I have, and you get huge value out of it. So go and do that. And also, as a heads up, this is what I barely talked about this, but inside of the private school group, we are having a sale for Black Friday. If you're watching this today on Sunday or Monday, you still have a chance to get 60% off and save $840 a year. So go and check that out. I'll also leave that linked. But look, get WisprFlow. If you do nothing else, it's free. You have absolutely nothing to lose here. It's a fantastic app. And I just thought, I get bombarded every day with people, with notifications of people that I have recommended in like random videos saying, hey, I'm using this app, and I leave some link in the comments somewhere. So I thought it's just about time that I make a standalone video for the best AI tool that I have used since ChatGPT, so that you guys can use this in your daily workflows and be as productive as I have been thanks to it. So thanks, WisprFlow. Thank you guys for watching. Check it out down below. And if you want to join the Shipping Society, go ahead and do that. We have 60% off. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.